Thursday morning at the Employment and Labor Relations Court in Nairobi, the court packed to capacity with eager and anxious medics who have turned out in their large numbers to stand in solidarity with their union officials. And 5 minutes to 10 o'clock, Justice Helen Wasilwa walked into the courtroom to deliver the much-anticipated ruling against the 7 Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Union officials who appeared in court after being issued an arrest warrant for contempt.
We are here because you have already been convicted for contempt of court, and it is your day to mitigate before the court sentences.
In a tensed atmosphere, the defiant medics argued their case.
We are unable to discuss this particular matter, as Kasomasi indicates, with the Council of Governors, because they are not the employers of the doctors. So even if we sit on the table, we are unable to, to have a proper conversation on this matter.
From the onset, the judge's response to the two parties, it appeared, was not in favor of the medics.
This court has not been given a chance by the respondents, even one, to address their grievances. As we see today, this court does not even know what they are talking about. It does not even know what that CBA looks like, if it is there, because we know this court has not registered any CBA. So there is no CBA that is existing. And also this court knows very well that if they have grievances, they can be heard, but we're not going to hear anybody with dirty hands. So long as the strike is on, the court cannot hear anything. So there is no way you can bring another application. But so long as you are dirty, your clients are dirty, they are stinking of sewage, they cannot come before this court and get any other orders.
And before a ruling was made, the respondents had a request to the court.
Before then, since we have said they have not been given an audience to say anything, this is their position, this is their chance to say something now, not through their counsel, but directly to the court.
One by one, the 7 accused officials, now codenamed the CBA 7, pleaded with the court for a lenient sentencing.
As a person, I have no power to call off a strike.
Where our members are presenting very difficult issues, and they are putting ourselves as leaders in a very difficult position, and ourselves even proceeding and obeying it will actually aggravate the situation.
Pleas that will later fall on deaf ears.
I may sympathize with your position and your weak leadership, where you are being juggled here and there by your members, at the beckon and call of your members, and you can do nothing. Then I think the union should not even be there in the first place, because it is having a weak leadership.
And with those remarks, Judge Helen Wasilwa made her ruling.
You have told me that you are still negotiating. And since I don't want the negotiations to collapse, I'll give you a small window. A window that will ensure that the negotiations continue. But in the same vein, this window is only open for 2 weeks. So what it means is that for today, I sentence you for 1 month in jail, suspended sentence, which will fall down. The sentence is hanging on your head.
Agitated union officials will then storm out of her presence and proceed towards the railway club in Nairobi, where the officials address the defiant lot. KMPDU Secretary General Ouma Oluga will find fault with the judge's remarks, vowing to uphold his hardline stance that the ongoing strike is here to stay unless the 2013 CBA is implemented in full.
No single human being on earth deserves to be called sewage. And for a judge of that caliber to call Dr. Sewage shows the amount of disrespect that has been transferred on her. That's disrespect. And I think for that reason alone, the strike will continue.
Oluga maintains that they are open to negotiations, calling on the government to take seriously their demands, for no amount of arm twisting will dampen their spirit.
Let me be very honest to Kenyans. You will wake up tomorrow, your hospitals will still be closed. You will wake up on the 26th. If the government does not implement the CBA, your hospitals will still be closed.
What the sentence translates to is the union officials have exactly 2 weeks to negotiate with the relevant stakeholders, which include the Ministry of Health, Council of Governors and the Treasury, to fast-track an amicable solution to resolve this stallment, or plead with their members to call off this strike if they want. While Meru Governor Peter Munya, who also doubles up as the chairperson of Council of Governors, led governors in leading the Riot Act to medics, his own county is yet to show any single of the 100 striking medics in the area the door.
103 doctors are on strike up to now.
In fact, Meru County Chief Officer for Health, James Gitonga, insists that the country has no manpower to replace the over 5,000 medics if they are to lay them off.
The doctors in the public service are around 5,000, and I don't think we have 5,000 doctors who are jobless. So even if we advertise, we may not be able to get that number.
Gitonga further noted that the situation is worsening by the day as overwhelming numbers of patients are forced to seek help from private and faith-based health facilities in the country. Tharaka Nithi County Governor Samuel Ragwa has made good his threat to dismiss the defiant medics by issuing show cause letters to 52 doctors working under his leadership.
The letters have already been drafted. We will give them 7 days to show cause why they should not be dismissed. And by 1 week, we'll have advertised the post. Those who don't want to come, they still have to stay away. But after 7 days, if they want to come back, they'll have to reapply.
Ragwa affirmed that the governors will not bow to the doctors' demands and termed their demands unrealistic.
So what money will be left there for development? There will be very little money to do buy drugs. There will be very little money to do the roads, very little money to do the water.
Juni Karisa for Channel 1 News Hour.